Hello there, BPL. Just decided to, got some time here. Early morning Sunday. Let's mess around with some games. Been a while since I've actually got into Mass Effect. Just gonna figure out where I am. I know I'm near the beginning. Just gotta figure out what's going on. Just started the opening quest. What's up, gentlemen? Yeah, I think I just finished up the opening quest of going to the colony and all that jazz. Getting to the Citadel. Can the game audio be heard? Let's fix that a little bit. Alrighty. Assault training. Yes, that's good. Let's keep going. Throw. Warp. Ashley, what are we doing with you? Dump into... No. 1, 2, 3. 1 into there. No, I've played Mass Effect a lot back in the day. This is mostly an excuse to mostly just an excuse to play the Legendary Edition. Do you know what they should have done when they left the Shepard storyline? Yeah, no, 100%. They should have let us be something not human. However, you can only do that in multiplayer, which some would say is not very good. Good afternoon there, Garvey. This morning for me.
Welcome, I am Nelina. I don't recognize you as one of our...
I'm just wandering around,
today.
just doing the
Would you like
RPG
me to
thing of,
see when the consort will be able to meet with you?
Can't I just go in?
I'm
the
afraid
RPG
not.
thing of just
Yeah, you must understand
running
there are
around
many
and talking to
secret consort
everyone.
Services. But if you wish to leave your name, she'll make every effort to meet with you.
Don't even own a console anymore. Yeah,
Commander
I'm
Shepard,
streaming this on my
your life's
Xbox, then I'm
Excellent.
playing
You
on
should
my
have something
Xbox,
in,
then
3 or 4 months.
streaming to my computer, and then my OBS is taking care of the
Nobody's
taking
worth
care of the
bothering.
stream. So I'm surprised it's looking as good as it
I
is.
have your name and you'll be contacted. Is there anything else?
What do you do here, Nelina?
I'm one of the consort's acolytes.
So
Many of the people here
this is a
today
lot of
will
fun.
not see the consort, but they expect to be attended to just the same. It's our job to ensure that they leave contented.
What exactly do you attend to?
Well, each acolyte has her unique abilities. Some soothe with song, others with conversation. As much as possible, we seek to match
I love
the needs
the,
of our clients to the skills of our acolytes. My specialty is touch. My
I love
fingertips
how
can find
this
every
has
tension
always,
point in your body and relieve it.
I love how
like to try out your
vaguely sexual these
Excellent.
early
Well,
BioWare
add you to our
games
client
were.
list. We should be able to see you in 3 or 4 months.
Right,
What is the
consort.
consort? What does she do?
It's difficult to explain.
Yeah, the
many
Switch is
things to many
basically a
people
Zelda
something
and
different for each.
Zelda and
Some
Pokemon
seek her
machine
for
at this
advice,
point.
Some for entertainment.
I don't
others
own
still for
one.
pleasure.
I want to get one,
Most
but
of the time, our clients won't realize what they were seeking until after she has provided it for them.
that's what saving money's up for.
You make her sound like some kind of oracle.
No, not in the usual sense. She's merely a woman with remarkable compassion and a generous spirit. I suggest you make an appointment and see for yourself.
I think I'm done here.
Oh, well, I hope you'll return again in the future.
Hello,
Enjoy
thank
seeing
you.
your clients.
Who's the host this morning? I don't know.
Yes, Shaira?
I have no idea
Send
who the
commander
host
up to
is.
see me. I wish to speak with her.
Yes, of course, mistress. Huh. It appears the consort has taken notice of you. She'd like to meet with you now.
Where do I go?
Just head upstairs. She'll be waiting for you.
It's like it's like Mass Effect is trying to mix in like the like futurism and freedom and transhumanism and all that jazz. And they're just like, how do we make this as strictly PG Disney as possible?
That is close enough, Commander. I've heard a great many things about you since your arrival here in our citadel.
What exactly do you do?
That depends on your
Or
needs.
geisha, yeah,
For advice
yeah,
to
she's
comfort to others. I have a certain problem that could use your expertise.
she's not. Yeah, this isn't a brothel. This is
I have a friend,
some sort of vague
a retired Turian general.
therapist.
I won't discuss the details, but he wanted me to be more than I could be. We had a falling out. Now he spends his days in Korra's den, drinking and spreading lies about me. If you would speak to him as a fellow soldier, I believe he will listen to you and let the matter be.
What happened between you?
I respect his privacy too much to go into the details. If he wishes to tell you what happened, that is his prerogative.
What exactly do you want me to tell him?
Appeal to a sense of honor. Remind him of his position as a general. If you can convince him to stop spreading lies about me,
I
will be
can
very grateful.
smell your squid flaps.
Now I must ask you to take your leave. I have many clients waiting to see me.
It's not. History likes to pretend it wasn't the focus.
My brother's a private back on Earth.
Everyone knows what people went to the geishas for.
That's interesting.
Yes. Ah, yes, the good old BioWare walk and talk simulator. You just bumble around and talk until a quest pops up. He's the alien armor shopkeeper. What's up here? I forget. There's a bug. Ah, yes, I also... need to get into this. Yes, now I am good on Discord. Who's talkable? Not a lot of people. Guys, come on, this isn't The Witcher. let's go to the tower. This is honestly one of my favorite parts of Mass Effect 1. Just awkward elevator standing and conversations with the teammates. God, I remember when I was first playing this, I'd ride up elevators for several minutes at a time, just changing out squad mates to figure out to hear conversations.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stop.
And here is the best boy in the series.
Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Or second best boy. Rex is pretty good.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vakarian. I was the officer in charge of the C-Sec investigation into Saren.
Sounds like you really want to bring him down.
I don't trust him. Something
The
about
only
Russian
thing I'm annoyed at by 3
Spectre.
is
Everything he
the
touches is classified. I can't find any hard
is the
evidence.
last
I think the council's ready
like
for us.
12 minutes.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
Great game. Best game ever. If you ignore the last 12 minutes. Yeah, the fact that you had to play multiplayer in the base game, yes. I believe they removed that. They removed that necessity in an update. It's like, I'm not gonna say I didn't have fun with Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, but it was completely unnecessary, and I would have rather that dev time gone into making the game better. But at that point in gaming, at that point in the gaming market, it was oh man, everything has to have a multiplayer. Let's shoehorn multiplayer into everything. It was one of the first games I pre-ordered too. I'm not necessarily saying I was disappointed by the hype train, but hype train probably could have been a bit more tempered. It's probably one of the things that started my hype train disillusionment. Hello, Anderson.
The hearing's already started. Come on.
Is the Prime Diggy?
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
Yes, except for my own two eyes.
Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard. The one who let the beacon get destroyed.
The mission to Eden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about the beacon was if you were there.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me. I read the Eden Prime report. I was unimpressed. But what
Diggs
did you
must dump.
expect
Yes.
from a human?
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Where
Your
is this?
species
Yes.
needs to learn its place.
At the meetup, Diggs gave me a present. Gave mostly everyone there a present.
He has no right to say that.
It was an ox pin.
His decision.
It's like an aux cord.
Submission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose.
Howdy, people.
Humans are wasting your
It's good.
time.
It's always fun to hang out with everyone.
You can't hide behind the Council forever.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Quite honestly, just woke up myself, had some breakfast, and was just like, meh,
Innocence against this kind of testimony.
I got some hours.
Our judgment must be
Let's
based
play
on
some Mass
facts and
Effect.
evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Ooh, Colonial Marines would have been a
You've made your
would
decision.
have been a very
I won't waste my breath.
disappointing pre-order. Duke Nukem as well. Oof.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador.
What was the last game I pre-ordered? I haven't bought a new game in forever. It's probably probably Cyberpunk. And that was only because I put that on a wish list for a gift exchange. And the my Secret Santa was just like, hey, bought you something. Won't show up for a couple of months, but here you go. And I'm just like, oh, thank you.
Saren have too much history. It made the council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth
The
to exterminate the entire human race. Every colony
is
we have
Cyberpunk a
every
good
world
game?
we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
I'm not gonna say Cyberpunk wasn't a great game,
I worked with him on a mission a long
or
time.
wasn't good.
Things went
It wasn't necessarily great, but it was. I had fun with
We
it.
shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like, and he has to be stopped.
What's our next step?
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find
Discount
some way
Red
to
Dawn.
dispose of him.
Yeah, Cyberpunk
We saw him arguing.
definitely did not live up to the hype, probably due to
Seems like he was close to finding something on Sarah.
due to crunch.
I have a contact in
The
CSEC who can help us track Gareth
crunch
down.
was 100%
Forget it. They suspended Harkin
a
last
lot
month.
of what made Cyberpunk
I won't waste my
the
time.
disappointment
You won't
it
have to.
was. It was.
I don't want the council using your past history.
This armor is super form-fitting.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out
In-
of this investigation.
Futuristic does not mean more comfortable. No.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
I love Mass Effect 2 and 3 where you can just be like, hey, I'm gonna run around with a hoodie. Thank you, Night Owl, for doing that again.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
Was it, Borderlands 2 was, Borderlands 2 was your first, and last was probably a Pokemon game? Or your last?
You and Saren have a history.
Yeah, one of my first was,
About 20 years ago.
one of my first was Borderlands 2. Went off to college. It was just like, oh, Borderlands 2's coming out. Yes, I will spend money on getting the bobblehead edition.
But a lot of people died along the
A lot of fun out of that.
and the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience. No hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
Killing innocents doesn't end wars.
QA for Cyberpunk was a nightmare. Yeah, I've heard lots of crazy things coming out of Cyberpunk development.
But only if there's no other way.
I'm not necessarily paying attention to this. I've already played through Mass Effect like a dozen times. I'm doing this mostly for achievements.
And he knows how to
Also
cover
for
his tracks.
nostalgia.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
He's a necessary evil of galactic politics. Buying and selling information is a part of the game. And the Shadow Broker just happens to be the best player on the field. Always sells to the high.
Lots of the
Doesn't get involved in politics. Doesn't pick
lots of the
sides.
people
The simple
play
system.
hard space
He's not a threat to
shipbreakers, and
anyone,
it's
not direct.
They say it's a janky mess, but it's a fun janky mess.
Or maybe they are. Nobody really knows.
Tell me about Barla Vaughn.
He specializes in moving large sums of money without leaving a paper trail. A financial genius. Doesn't do anything illegal, but he knows all the loopholes. He's got an impressive client list. Ambassadors, diplomats, specters. That's probably why the Shadow Broker uses him.
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government.
God, all this.
They tend to work alone, behind the scenes.
Lots of talking.
They take
Lots
care
of so much
problems
talking.
the Council can. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
Detroit of the future.
How do they decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join.
Yeah, Mass
There's no training
Effect.
program. Spectres aren't made.
Altogether, I very
Council's
much
always looking for exceptional individuals.
enjoyed Mass Effect. It was one of the
Like you.
first games I ever really
They've been
played.
watching you for years. They see
My
something in you. They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to
I
give him a
think
final
back
recommendation. With him
when
gone,
did
things are still up
ME1
in the air.
come
They
out?
sound like shadow operatives.
Everything about them
This
is
is
classified. We don't even know
2000
how many
aughts, right?
The latest alliance estimate puts
8,
the numbers
9,
under
something
100.
like that.
But the council couldn't do its job without them.
I remember
the
my dad
simplest
had.
combinations.
I remember
The
my
last
dad
one
had
the final option before
gotten a
moving
copy
over.
of it for PC, but our
Entire
PC
galaxy
couldn't run it.
respects and fears them.
So I was very disappointed until
You know something big
one
is about to
Christmas I
happen.
got an
What happens when the
Xbox,
Spectre goes rogue, like Saren?
and I'm just like, oh, first game I'm gonna play
It doesn't happen often.
besides Battlefront 3 is gonna be
But when something does go wrong, there's usually
is gonna
only
be
one
Mass
solution.
Effect.
Send another Spectre to bring
And
the whole
here I
thing
am
together.
is like Mass Effect has been
What's the
one
command
of
structure like?
one of my favorite game series of all time.
Each Spectre answers directly to the council. Sometimes they
If
send
the
on
Mass
specific
Effect
missions.
endings
Other
are
times,
just
they
threes
act on their own.
endings,
They tend to operate outside the
is
law,
being a violent
do whatever it takes
sociopath
to
entirely
accomplish their
viable
goal.
in the first?
The council just turns a blind eye. Spectres have a lot of power.
If you can get into Mass Effect 3 while being a violent sociopath in the first two, yes, I believe you can get to the end. I know that going Paragon gives you a better
You don't think much
a
about it.
better
A guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago.
more options
Been
of
an
getting
embarrassment to our species ever since.
fleet supplies
Roughing up
for
suspects in
the
custody,
quote-unquote
bribery accusations,
better
alcohol and
endings.
drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
Guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
Better endings, just a less destroyed fleet.
Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired. A lot of backroom deals were worked out over the years to keep him on the force.
Oh,
Politics is a dirty
shoots.
business sometimes.
I don't
But it
have
looks like
it
it's
with
time
me
for
in
an
this
end.
house,
We've
but
got enough humans in CSEC now to stop protecting.
I remember
Guy's a scumbag.
Uh,
He should
I-
have been cut loose
oh.
a long time ago.
not
But it
paying
looks like his
attention
time's running
to
out. We've
I
got
thought
enough.
this embassy was supposed to help.
Harkin may be human, but he's also an
not
ass.
paying attention to
He had more than his
conversations.
share of chances. If the embassy wasn't protecting him, he would have been fired 15 years ago. CSEC is better off without him.
When you decide the fate of the Geth and Quarian fleets, you're asked to decide which fleet you support. It has been a long time
Our
since I've
ambassador
played
doesn't seem to get along with
Mass
the
Effect 3.
He's just frustrated.
Um,
The council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community.
I
But for them,
believe
it's a one-way street.
if
They
you
want us to
support
expand
the
and settle
Geth,
unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse.
some of the
But we run into trouble.
Reapers,
They don't want to help us out.
some of
Everyone
them
knows it's
get
only a matter of
corrupted by
time
the
until we get
Reapers and
to
fight the Quarians.
The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner
But-
rather than later.
So both are slightly reduced in their effectiveness. But yeah, I think just nothing really happens in Mass Effect 3 until you decide to do it. I think like there's only one time sensitive thing in Mass Effect 2. When your crew gets kidnapped, you have like 2 missions before everyone gets chopped up into collector juice.
Maybe they'd let us join the council if we were more willing to.
Of course they would. If we did everything they told us to, they'd love to have us on the council. I understand their side. They don't want us dominating the council. It's founded on cooperation and alliances. But we have to look out for our own interests too.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over.
Yes, we want to be on the council. What is it? We want to be on the council, but but they're not letting us. Why? Probably because we're not playing by their rules. Well, it's a cool kids club, and well, humanity has only been on the galactic scene for, I believe, about 20 years at this point. Why is the president from Rick and Morty here? Because.
What? Oh, no, I wasn't. Never mind. Yes, is there something you want?
Why are you so interested in the Keepers?
Keepers? I've got no interest in the
Don't get coy. I know what I saw.
I'm not so sure I should be talking to you about this.
We're just talking. Is there something wrong with that?
No. I guess
That was a very, very threatening way to ask. No, we don't have a problem.
get near the creatures.
Do we?
Why were you being so secretive about it, though?
Well, technically we're not supposed to disturb the Keepers. I don't really think my scanning disturbs them, but the authorities might disagree. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
I can help you out. I'm not worried about the authorities.
I don't even know who you are.
I'm Commander Shepard with the Alliance military.
Well, I suppose I could use the help. You'll need this. It's the scanning device I developed. Activate it each time you see a Keeper. All collected data will automatically upload to my database. I'll even send a few credits your way for each unique scan.
What are you doing with the data once you've scanned it?
Trying to learn whatever I can about the Keepers. We see them working everywhere, yet we know so little about them. I'm a scientist. I want to know what makes them tick.
I should get going then.
So long, and good luck with the scanning.
I believe there's a payoff for this guy for doing this back in like all the way in Mass Effect 3. You get some sort of bonus. There's all sorts of funny callbacks. That's kind of why I think Mass Effect 3 was such a disappointment. They promised everything was going to have mattered, and they kept trying to get everything. They kept trying to call back to everything. They didn't really add anything or make it super special. It was basically a game of nostalgia. Hey, good morning, Grimos. Not chef today, but am gamer today. I'm just running around in circles. Are you going to talk to me yet? Kai Lang, he was the Electro Samurai edgelord badass, right? Yeah, he was... They tried so hard to make him a thing. I think the third game is a bit too late to make a new quote-unquote main character. Like, he was cool and all that, but more or less a sign of the times. That's one of the things I kind of like about playing older video games. There's such a snapshot into culture at the moment.
Anyone else hear that low hum? Sounds like it's coming from that statue. Makes my teeth tingle.
They've built themselves quite the lake. Wonder if anyone ever drowned in it.
Actually, this is the Presidium's freshwater supply. We're not insulting Nightwing. We are insulting Kai Lang, who is not Nightwing.
That Hanar refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner?
Are there laws being broken here?
I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
So if the Hanar gets a permit, it's allowed to preach?
No. Registered evangelicals must follow regulations. There are specific areas where preaching is legal. Failure to follow the regulations...
Free speech is a free speech zone over here.
What's the purpose behind the evangelical permits?
Forcing religious evangelicals to register for a permit weeds out undesirables. It keeps the area safe. The Citadel is too important to become a battleground for a religious war.
Jesus Christ.
If you'd like, I could talk to the Hanar for you.
I have argued with the stubborn jelly all afternoon. You are certainly welcome to try.
Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable CSEC officer enlisted assistance?
What's going on here?
The CSEC officer requests that this one purchase an evangelical permit to spread.
Unfortunately, it's one of the problems with that there, Diggy Man, is I play on Xbox. Can't really mod shit.
Who are the Enkindlers?
Your people know them as the Protheans. They are the true creators of this one's people. The Enkindlers raised the Hanar from ignorance into consciousness by granting this one's people the gift of speech.
So you're breaking the law by preaching without a permit right now?
The CSEC officer states that preaching in this place is forbidden, and preaching anywhere on the Citadel requires a permit. This one humbly submits that it is not preaching to state the truth of the Enkindlers, and thus no permit should be necessary.
If that's all the CSEC officer wants, why not just buy the permit?
The truth of the Enkindlers is universal. This one humbly
Heard the good news about Talos. Yeah, apparently that started a civil war.
Exacting payment as a means of imposing limits upon the truth is an abrogation of this one's...
Something about dragons and all that.
Is this really how you want to represent the Enkindlers?
The truth of the Enkindlers must be made known. They gave the Hanar language, and gave the universe the mass relays. This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
Is this how the Enkindlers would want you to use this gift of consciousness?
The Enkindlers would wish for their message to be spread to all sentient races.
The Enkindlers wouldn't wish their message to be spread by breaking society's laws.
This one hears wisdom. Perhaps enthusiasm has clouded judgment in this matter. This one departs now, and will not intrude upon the Presidium again.
I see the Hanar is left. Thank you.
Happy to help.
Here, for your assistance in this matter. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should report to my superiors.
I love the, I love how in this sci-fi world, everyone has real-time language translators, which kind of explains away the lip mismatching. But I also love how the Hanar's language is bioluminescence. So it's just, hey, I hope you're not epileptic when you're talking to a Hanar. Else it's gonna get like a real freaky light show. Open up. Let me in. Let me scan. Let's find these bugs. Hello. Yes. Good world building, yes, 100%. It is indeed good world building.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
Yes, I think I remember where all of the keepers are. Although I do remember is just run around every nook and cranny. You'll find them eventually. Hello, Palin.
Shepard, what can I do for you now?
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No, I just don't trust your kind. Not yet. You humans are eager to take all the power you can get, and you're being given a lot. If the Council wants to make humanity their new favorite pet, that's their business. But I don't have to like it.
The Council treats us like second-class citizens.
Is there a species in here that communicates through smell?
I don't expect the rest of us to just sit back and let you take it. I'm a busy man, Commander. Are we done here?
What do you know about the Spectres?
They're the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the Council.
What do you have against the Spectres?
I can't abide any organization that considers itself
Yeah.
above the law. Especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
Sometimes you have to bend the law to keep people safe.
I've been with CSEC for 30 years.
Yeah, right. You expect us to believe none of your officers are corrupt?
Krogan, yes, I love the Krogan.
We do our best to find and punish any officer who breaks the law. Spectres, they'll never come under that kind of scrutiny.
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the city.
One of the main reasons why I'm doing FemShep for this playthrough is that the voice for FemShep is the voice actress for Bastila from back in KOTOR.
Then can you tell me what you know about Garrus?
Garrus for Carrion? Good
KOTOR was,
but he needs to learn some patience.
excuse me,
You'd think an officer
what
of the law
made,
would be a bit more mindful of
started my love affair with BioWare.
Was there anything else?
KOTOR was
Goodbye, Commander.
such a, KOTOR was such a fantastic game. Oh yeah, how does decryption go in here? Oh yeah, it's Simon Says. I unfortunately never got into the MMO. Yeah, I did Mail Shep for like my first major playthrough. Mostly because I was younger. And I was just like, ooh, it's a dude. I'm a dude. And then I'm just like, hey, I'm going to be playing this game for hours upon end. Do I want to look at a guy or do I want to look at a gal? Yeah, FemShep just seems to be more complete for the story. Which is absolutely funny because not until Mass Effect 3 did basically this face become FemShep. They're played with the sliders to try and get as close to Mass Effect 3 FemShep as possible.
Yes, Commander. Is there something you need?
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way, innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up.
No, yeah, KOTOR was one of my favorite games of all time. KOTOR 1 is
1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
Fantastic.
Killing innocents doesn't end wars. It causes them.
KOTOR 1 was fantastic. I remember having a lot of fun with that.
Sometimes you're forced to make unpleasant decisions.
Looking back, though, doesn't necessarily enjoy Talos, but
Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's
I
twisted
mean,
and broken.
it's a part of the game, and
He likes the violence.
you find quite a bit there.
And he knows how to cover his tracks.
Is this all the same? Oh, wait, yeah.
I should go.
Oh, this is Anderson, not Udina. Shoots. Shows me paying attention to the video game. I'm just trying to scan some bugs.
Allow me to be your guide.
What is... Ah, yes. I've made my way in such a circuitous route, as is tradition in all these games. Finding the worst way possible through the maps. Ah, but you just get to experience the ambiance. But you mean like the few lifeless piles of pixels I can't interact with that are walking around in a facsimile of human form? Yes, yes, indeed. I can interact with them. Any more keepers? Nope. That does sound like fun. That does sound like fun. Playing a Mass Effect RPG would be really interesting. That's a keeper. Let's go. Scan, 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 scan. Fine. What's up here? The balcony. This is useless to me. I was here. Yes, I was here. I just never went into this room and talked to the little Volus. Is it weird that I always think of these people as mole people?
Is there anything I can do for you today, Commander?
I heard you work for the Shadow Broker. Do you have any information about Saren?
You're very blunt, Shepard. But you're right. I am an agent for the Shadow Broker.
Didn't you tell me this like 5 minutes ago when I was running around?
I hear your information can be expensive.
Normally, this information would cost a small fortune. But these are exceptional circumstances. So I...
Can everyone hear the game audio all right?
What's the catch?
There is no catch.
Yes, Fifth Element. Such an underrated sci-fi movie. Was it good? No. Was it fun? Yes.
That's what happens when you deal with a traitor like Saren.
No matter what you think of Saren, he's not stupid. He knows the Shadow Broker is a valuable ally. Turning on him doesn't make sense. Not unless something huge was at stake.
Yeah, it's like, why?
But the Shadow Broker hired
it's like, unless the,
That's not much to go on.
What is it? It's like, unless there are, like, tentacles or, like, facial appendages that go down like that, there's really no point for the handlebar mustache.
Citadel security. If you hurry, you might catch him before he leaves the academy.
Isn't it strange that a Krogan would want to speak with C-Sec?
Very. However...
Also, I love how these suits are technically little methane bombs.
If you want to know more.
Thanks for the info.
My pleasure, Commander.
I still haven't gone down to the wards, but I guess I'm going to C-Sec Academy. Avina, tell me about the Krogan Wars.
Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina, and I am...
So are you a person?
I am a fully interactive virtual... I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals.
Give me the tour.
Well, the statue you see before you was commissioned to honor the Krogan soldiers who gave their lives to protect Citadel space during the Rachni Wars. In the aftermath of the Krogan rebellions, several embassies petitioned to have the statue removed. However, this motion was eventually quashed by the Council.
Tell me more about the Krogan.
In recognition of their efforts over the next 400 years, the Krogan species, faced with a critical for a full century, the Council and its member species fought to bring the...
You needed the Krogan.
I am sorry, but that question...
Why did the Council...
The Krogan were instrumental in
I'm
saving the
sorry.
galaxy from the Rachni threat. The Council believed this historical fact should not be for. The Council also hoped that
Already
preserving the
know most
memorial
of this
would improve
backstory. I'm
diplomatic
just
relations. Unfortunately, the
skipping
Krogan
through
refused
it.
to negotiate and only surrendered after their population and homeworlds had been ravaged by the Turians.
What were the Rachni Wars?
Nearly 2,200 years ago.
Yes, the Krogan did
explorers
deserve
seeking
better.
To expand Citadel space
Although-
opened up mass relays leading to systems controlled by the Rachni.
If you were going to,
Intelligent and aggressive
if you did just turn around and then
unleashed
just
a war of conquest against the rest of the
curb
galaxy
stomp the
that lasted
galaxy.
for nearly 3 centuries. The emergence of the Krogan finally turned the tide in favor of the Citadel species. Krogan forces. The Krogan then pursued their retreating fleets, able to survive the harsh.
Was it really necessary to wipe them out?
I am sorry, but a value judgment.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day.
Ah, yes, I get experience for talking to Avina. I'm going to have to skip through all of her conversations soon. No, but yeah, the Volus come from a methane world, if I recall correctly. Methane is their oxygen, and they're under super high pressure. So instead of using a spacesuit to walk around, instead of like using a spacesuit to walk around in space, they use a spacesuit to walk around in one atmosphere.
Citadel security serves as law enforcement for all regions of the. If you wish to learn more, Executor Palin's office is.
Tell me about.
The most recently added embassy belongs to your own.
Why were people?
The Council gave a great deal of thought.
Do you agree with?
I am not programmed to make that kind of.
How come the Volus?
In recognition of their work to expand interstellar trade and establish.
Why weren't they made account?
It would be unfair to demand such an enormous.
That's
burden.
pretty damning.
I apologize if my personality has offended you. Please submit all formal complaints in writing to the Citadel Tourist and Visitor Board.
Do you know anything about
The term Spectre is derived. Their primary role. In this role, they are granted
Let's just
extraterritorial rights.
skip through all this.
Since then, the 3 count.
It can't be a
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Give me the XP.
Please enjoy your visit to the Citadel.
What was the? I love that. I love that trope in video games.
EarthClan, you are in the wrong place.
They program all of these conversations. They program in these questions for us to ask, and then they say, "I'm sorry, I don't have an answer to that."
So rude, Dan. At least introduce yourself.
Hello, Elephant HK47.
I am Din Korlak, Volus Ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, EarthClan?
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
In this shared space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, EarthClan.
Stretchy.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Solarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy. However, despite our long
Water break
association
and
with the
stretch.
Citadel
Yes.
and our many contributions to
Let me go get some water. That is a good
we
idea.
still do not hold a seat on the council.
Tell me about Volus culture.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again. Our society is very malleable, and our government is always shifting and changing. Since we're not physically adept, we trade our services for
Jeez.
protection.
What's a break? Now let me just stand here awkwardly as an all-knowing, unfeeling God decides what I do next.
Considering how often we are
Chastising rebuke, Dan. The Council favors your species greatly.
You are naive. The Earthclan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
Why aren't the Elcor or Volus part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the Earthclans.
Yes, we are kind of the Karens of the galactic community, aren't we?
Ignore the Volus ambassador, human. He is incorrect in his assessment.
Really? How long have we been waiting? How long do you think we'll continue to wait? Bah, this talk is wasted on the humans.
I believe it's been, what, 10 years since Mass Effect 3 came out? I believe you can just, I believe you can talk about that.
You seem to have
Why so cranky?
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
I believe one of the species said, like, yeah, we live for hundreds of years. You guys live for, what, like 80, 90 years tops? And don't let that be a detriment to you.
No real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, Earth.
Hello there, human. Sincere apology.
You seem distressed.
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong.
What did the Asari do?
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice
Where
it
can
to
I find the Asari Con?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day.
You know what? The just had a thought come into my head, Mr. Obliterator, of the Citadel being nothing but a giant Walmart. Yeah, no, 100%. This is a very funny image to just think of galactic space as Walmart, and humans are just the Karens bitching about, I can't find the soda. Yeah, basically a Costco. Yeah, when you live for... the Asari are very space elfy.
Few are ever asked to aid Shaira. It's quite an honor.
What do you know about the General?
He's been seeing the consort for longer than I can remember. Then one day, he stormed out of here furious. He was always very respectful to the acolytes. Very noble.
What do you do?
It's our job to...
I think I'm done.
Of course. Come back anytime.
What is the, what do I gotta do for... Ah, yes, I gotta go down to the wards and find Tali. No, yeah, back on the space elf.
Welcome.
Space Elf thread as I was distracted by the video game. No, quite a common trope in video games for elves to be very aloof and uncaring for the whims of the shorter-lived races. And it seems a lot of the Asari are like that. It does kind of get annoying. Hakuma, because we are going to be playing Mass Effect for quite a long time. A lot of players are male and like looking at things that are good looking, and also because in Mass Effect 3 the default fem-shep is a redhead that looks somewhat vaguely like this. And porting the same face through all of the games is just a kind of a bit of an easier time than just going default fem-shep, default fem-shep, default fem-shep.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden
Oh, can I just... Oh, it doesn't skip the elevator ride, it just skips the fucking conversation. Alrighty. It is unfortunate that, what is this way? Requisition office! Ah, yes, there's a vendor down here. So I just thought something. What would it be like if generic elf long-lived races analog was much more aware, concerned on? I mean, I think they are, they just don't care.
One sec. Ping you up. Commander Shepard, here with the Alliance military. First time on the Citadel, that about right?
But I think it's kind of almost
will you be purchasing anything today, Commander Shepard?
in a lot of media that I've
Show me what you got.
interacted with.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
The longer lived races are more aloof because it's more emotionally stable for them. Because they either get they either have to be very emotionally aloof or very aware of the shortness of others' lives. And be like is basically like us with pets. Like, we know that pets are won't live as long as we do. But we still have pets. So it's going to be lots of little heartbreaks over the centuries. Oh, they did do that? That's interesting. That's fun. Ah, yes, best boy.
Witnesses saw you making threats in Fist's bar. Stay away from him.
I don't take orders from you.
This is your only warning, Rex.
You should warn Fist. I will kill him.
You want me to arrest you?
I want you to try.
Go on. Get out of here.
I love Rex so much.
trying to bring down Saren.
I,
Barlow Vaughn said
like,
to talk to you.
quite literally, one of my favorite characters.
Enlighten me.
One of my favorite characters in this entire series. Wasn't it Mass Effect 2? You go down to Tuchanka, comes down off of the throne, just headbutts you. You're just like, yeah, such a good lad.
She wanted to trade information for a safe place to hide, so she went to Fist. He promised to arrange a meeting between.
Also, Grunt. Grunt is.
Fist's not too smart.
I can't put into words how much I love Grunt, and how much of a. Yeah, I can't put into words how emotional the Rachni mission in Mass Effect 3 was. With Grunt, you're just like, Grunt's just like, don't worry, Commander. Don't worry, Commander. I'll hold the line. And you're just like, well, you better come back to me. Then everyone's just like all sad and somber. There's sad music playing. Then just all of a sudden, you just see a hand climb over the cliff. There's Grunt covered in blood.
I want to know more about your employer.
And you're just like, yeah, the lad.
All I got was a coded message with the details of the job. Standard procedure.
What about Garrus, that Turian? He wants to take Saren down too.
He might come in handy.
He was here just before you showed up. Said he was going to follow up a lead on his investigation. Wanted to speak to the doctor at the med clinic.
Move out.
Yeah, sorry, Ashley. You're a bit too straight. Get my boy. Yeah, I believe, yeah, you can romance Tali in 2 and 3. You can romance Kaidan. You can romance Ashley. You can romance Liara. You can romance Garrus in 3. Yeah. Rex is the only one you can't romance. I think he's just too busy. He's got better things on mind than romance.
Okay, Julie. Let me get this straight. Your business partner, sure, he's threatened you?
Well, no, not exactly. But he wants to meet with me. I think he's going to kill me.
And why do you think that?
I can't really get into... Hey there! Oh, you're not C-Sec, are you? Did you want something?
Yep, 100% obliterator.
My colleague is trying to kill me, and I thought we were friends.
How do you know he wants you dead?
He's changed. He won't talk to me at work anymore, and he started following me. Yesterday, he followed me all the way home. I don't care what anyone thinks. He wants me gone. I know it.
Is there something I can do? Talk to your friend, maybe?
If there's anything with Garrus, though, like with male Shep,
Just push me around, but you'll show him, won't you?
Just tell me where he is and I'll go find him.
With Male Shep, one of my favorite interactions is with Garrus. Like, they just have just such a pure bromance. Pulling your shot in Mass Effect 3 is... You're just like, yes, Garrus, I will let you have this.
That's the guy who asked us to scan the Keepers.
The Keepers? Well, even more reason to go after him. That's against regulations.
I better look into this right away.
Well, good luck.
Oh yeah, fucking Jacob. Such a... I don't want to say just generic dude bro, because that was the goddamn Marine in ME3. Like, absolute dude bro. That's all he was. Vega, yes. Like, hell, the gay shuttle pilot had more character than dude bro. But, where was I going with this? Jacob... I think Jacob was interesting more so in the fact of, oh, hey, here's just a good dude who was corrupted by Cerberus. Yeah, Vega had some supplemental media about him. And it's just like all I'm doing while I'm interacting with him is he's working out. He's just absolute dude bro, and I didn't care for it.
Excavation team has run into an unexpected problem after unearthing a Prothean dig site. Hanar protesters have blockaded the dig
And
site,
that's
artifacts of the Enkindlers as the
and that's all right. It's just
should not be
sometimes
disturbed.
people just aren't that deep, and they don't need to be.
to Hanar
They're fully functional characters, even if they are only dude bros. But I mean, people are people, so let's just do the people thing. No, 100%. Like, if not the genophage, like,
Binary Helix has settled out of court.
there was some sort of answer that did need to happen. The Krogans were the Krogans ready for being uplifted by the Solarians? Probably not. Forced evolution and integration into a galactic society when you are not necessarily developed as a society to that point can have disasters. So because they were not to a more societally developed point, a more societally developed point than than they were when they were uplifted. Like, the consequence was they tried to conquer as much as they could, which is, I mean, as much the Solarians' fault as it is the Krogans. I think the consequence we can get to at the end of the day is that everyone, no matter what species or personality is kind of a dick at some point. Yeah, no, it was 100% overpopulation that led them to aggressive expansionism.
You've got impressive biotic power. Humans should never have switched to the weaker L3 implants.
My headaches can be pretty bad, and I'm one of the lucky L2 implants. The L3s are safer.
You don't stop using a gun just because the kickback has a little sting.
No, yeah, 100%. The Deltras was an absolute bitch. Very much one of my least favorite characters in the, one of my least favorite characters in, MA3. Hello? Piece of candy.
First time I was here, I dropped a bundle in the casino. Got so mad I put my fist through one of the machines.
Yeah, they have backup nervous systems. They have like 4 kidneys, 3 hearts, like 4 lungs. They got yeah, their species is like they went to
has announced plans to direct Hamlet with Elcor cast members.
oh, this is one of my favorite ones.
Will open dramatic theater to the Elcor with a Hamlet who uses Elcor body language and pheromones.
Oh, yes.
He's also excited by giving a human audience the chance to judge Hamlet by his deeds and not his emotions.
yes. The Elcor communicate through body language and pheromones. So yes, they do interact through smell. Yes, the back alley. What is it? Yeah, 4 nards. Yep. one of the most impressive compliments that a Krogan can give is calling someone a quint. No, this is a human director who is making an entirely Elcor casted Hamlet. Yes, 100%. Krogans are better Klingons.
How would you know? I got a tour. One of 500 to see the Ascension from the inside out.
Really?
Took almost 6 hours and we only saw 1/10 of the ship. I even got to meet the commander.
Oh.
Matriarch Ladanya. You met her?
That is a really neat design for a ship. It's just like, yes, this is a ship in space. It doesn't have to look like a ship. It doesn't have to look like anything. It's in space. Air isn't a thing.
Hopefully, she'll never need to use it.
One of my favorite lines in Mass Effect 2, it is Mass Effect 2, is the guy sitting out in the lobby just talking about how Sir Isaac Newton is the baddest son of a bitch in space ever.
Hey, I know you. You're Shepard, right? I was on Mindwar during the Blitz. Saw you on the vids when you got your medal. You saved the whole colony.
Looks like you have a fan.
I'm sorry, I just never thought I'd meet someone like you in person. My name's Lang, Officer Eddie Lang, Citadel Security. It's an honor to meet you, Commander. What are you doing down here in the wards? Anything I can help you with?
Why'd you join Citadel Security?
I don't know. Seemed like the right thing to do, you know?
Ship is relative, yes.
My grandfather was a cop back on Earth. It's kind of what CSEC is. Police for the Citadel. I'm still pretty new at it, but I like it so far. Way more.
No, yeah.
You get to meet all kinds of cool aliens. Like
In Halo, I believe,
we uphold the law.
I believe most of the UNSC's ship design is, okay, here's a mass driver, how do we pilot it?
This place is amazing. I've been here almost a year, and I still haven't seen a tenth of it. The Presidium's just so beautiful. Good place to go and relax. But I really like it here down in the wards. There's always something going on somewhere. Like that new club they just opened a few months ago, Flux. Wicked scene in there, Commander. You should check it out when you have some time.
What do you know about Spectre?
Yeah, Citadel is kind of poncy.
They always make him out to be super agents on secret missions to save the galaxy. I know it's not really like that, though. Some of the other CSEC guys don't like him too much. Figure they shouldn't be able to operate outside the law. But if they were so bad, the Council wouldn't use them, right?
Do you know a CSEC officer named Harkin?
I shouldn't really say too much. He's been on the force a lot longer than me. But I've heard things, you know? Drinking on the job, taking bribes, that kind of thing. Rumors mostly, but they suspended him, so some of it must be true.
I have to go.
Right. You're probably real busy. Well, see you around, Commander.
And up the stairs. I love how the keepers maintain the place. They just let everyone else live here. And it's just like at some point, people wake up, their entire apartment has been rearranged, and they're just like, oh well, can't disturb the keepers. It's almost like they should have. It's almost like they should have 100% looked into what the keepers were actually supposed to be. Oh, this bitch. My favorite renegade option, which isn't in this goddamn game.
I'm Emily Wong. I'm an investigative journalist working here on the Citadel. Could I have a moment of your time?
What do you need?
I've been hunting for evidence of corruption and organized crime on the Citadel, but there are places I can't go. I was hoping you might share anything you find during your own investigation. I can make it worth your time.
How do you know that my investigation is going to uncover anything you need?
You wouldn't be investigating if it weren't big. And if it's
good to see you, Trav. Whereabouts are you? In the
you gotta have access
in the
to
trilogy.
Sources. Why contact me?
I'm using every source I can find, but I think I've got a better shot with you.
Yeah, no, 100%. The Reaper or the Keepers are
The hero of the Skillian Blitz.
one of the first species the Reapers ever subjugated. They basically just turned them into robots to maintain the Citadel.
If I find any information, it's yours.
Thank you, Commander. I won't regret it.
Yeah, Trav. Whereabouts in about how far into 2 are you? Where am I? To Flux. The lower wards. Prepare for the plugs. Karen. Yeah, 100%. There is like an ant colony thing in the heart of the Citadel.
Best place on this board to buy upgrade. Hello, Earth Clan. No doubt you've just come back from the colonies. Will you be needing supplies?
Show me what you got.
Show me what you got.
I am sure you will find something pleasing.
Insufficient credits. Yeah, it's like 100%. Like, why did no one put a camera on a keeper? Biggest fan. You are going to get in so much trouble in number 2.
You're Commander Shepard, the hero of Eden Prime. I am so honored to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And you are?
My name is Conrad Werner. They say you killed more than 100 Geth on Eden Prime.
I spent most of my time trying to stay alive and help the colonists.
Hey, I know you're probably busy, but do you have time for a quick autograph?
Anything for a fan. Here.
Thanks. I really appreciate it. My wife is going to be so impressed. I'll let you get back to work. But next time you're on Earth, I'd love to buy you a drink. Thanks again.
Squick Squick has the best responses to basically everything. Squick is a treasure. I gotta scan one more keeper. I believe it's in the flux. So let's just leave that dude with his armed security right there. And I will talk to this
Hello there.
guy.
Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
Let me see what you have.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have. You will see.
I'm just going to stare into your soul. I think oh, how the fuck do I put this away? There we go. Yeah, I remember there was a renegade option in there's a few renegade options I always take. I believe one is punching the camera drone and yelling at the reporter as she's trying to obviously skew a story. And there was something about breaking Conrad's heart because, like, kid's just gonna get himself killed. Isn't there a med lab or something? Yes! Med clinic right there. In this convenient door that I never went through.
Tell anyone, I swear.
That was smart, Doug. Now if Garrus comes around, you stay smart. Keep your mouth shut or we'll... Who are you?
Let her go.
Ah!
Enemy contact.
I'm playing on insanity because I'm insane. Hello. Welcome to the follow. That is an uncomfortable way to have your arms.
Perfect timing, Shepard. Gave me a clear shot at that bastard.
What were you thinking? You could have hit the hostage.
There wasn't time to think. I just reacted. I didn't mean to. Dr. Michelle, are you hurt?
No, I'm okay. Thanks to you. All of you.
I know those men threatened you, but if you tell us who they work for, we can protect you.
They worked for Feast. They wanted to shut me up, keep me from telling Garrus about Aquarian.
The one I told you about, Shepard.
She must be able to link Saren to the Geth. There's no way the Council can ignore this.
Yeah, no, Garrus is very much a by-the-books guy. He's very much still has the chrome plating on all of his shinies.
You're a Turian. Why do you want to bring him down?
I couldn't find the proof I needed in my investigation, but I knew what was really going on.
Which is really funny because don't the Turians canonically have metal in their scales?
Welcome aboard, Garrus.
Fist is going to be waiting for us. When we hit him, we better hit him hard.
Alrighty, you... This is totally an unbalanced team, but screw it, they are the best boys. Yes, that will be fine. I don't necessarily have the best of really anything at this point. Water break. Garrus's nickname is now Gary. Posture check. Let's adjust this chair. Yes.
I never properly thanked you for... I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been there.
You're a doctor.
My parent, my father... I chose to keep the medical tradition alive, but...
Let me take a look. Of course.
Here I am with not many credits. Hail hydrate. Yes. 100%. First started, had to remake my Shepard like 3 times. Did he have the crimson chin? Hello, I'm gonna call you Martin. Okay, where's the option to awkwardly dance? I remember there being a broken button to dance that wouldn't work. Pretty pale.
Sorry, I'm kind of busy right now. So, what can I do for you?
Yeah, that kind of happens.
What were you discussing with the Volus?
That happens sometimes. What looks good in the character creation isn't good in gameplay.
Sorry, I don't want to bore you with my problems.
I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
Well, okay. My sister Jenna left here to go work at Cora's Den. The problem is, she's working as an informant for CSAC. You know, eavesdropping on the people there. If they find out what she's doing, they'll kill her.
Being an informant is a dangerous job.
That's what I've been telling her. I don't know. Sometimes I think she stays there just
Do you know who her contact at CSEC is?
No. It's all very secret. Last time I asked an officer, he told me to stay out of it, for Jenna's safety.
Maybe I can help.
Would you? Well, I should get back to work before I get in trouble. Thanks.
I remember there being gambling up here that I can fuck with. Let's make a save game. Is this Pazak? It's shitty Pazak, I remember. Yay! I have completed a quest. Is there a medium stakes Pazak game? This is number 1. Let's go. Yes. Let's go. And let's play again. One in 3 chance. Yay, yay. I am now now 100 credits richer.
Someone rigged this machine to funnel credits their way. I'll run a trace.
No, there's 100% a reason why I basically just use defaults or something someone else made, because I mean, it just looks better. I just screw things up. Every time I try and mess with the character, it goes Monster Factory on me. which is half the reason why I like Dark Souls and stuff like that, because you can make your character as weird as possible, and then you just slap a helmet on them and you don't have to look at them ever again.
Commander, I wasn't expecting to see you again. Is there something you want?
You can start by telling me the truth, Shorban.
I'm not sure what you're referring to. My experiments are...
We're not buying it. Jalid told us you've been after it.
You spoke with Jalid? Then you know about the data?
No, but you're gonna tell me everything.
Yeah, that kind of happens. The bug eyes just kind of happens.
Changed. It's not as bad as you think, Commander. Jalid and I just got a little over our heads.
Keep talking.
The company we work
She
for
says as we both cross our
procedure for
arms.
use in medical scanners. Jalid and I saw even more potential, so we stole the plans and secretly developed a tool to scan the Keepers. Can you imagine? A tool that can actually get readings from the Keepers?
What's so special about that?
The Keepers are almost impossible to scan, and you can't capture them or get samples. They just self-destruct. After centuries here, we still don't know anything about them. Don't you see? We were the first to scan them, ever. You've seen it yourself, Commander. We know we can do it.
Why are you trying to kill your partner?
I'm not trying to kill him. Jalid's job was to disseminate our initial findings.
If he chose to have been
But
born,
he decided to keep the data for himself. Maybe to sell it.
you
I don't know.
chose to have been born in Spearsea. Could you make an alien, or is oh yes, yeah, I believe I chose Spacer and Hero, no, War Hero, as my backgrounds.
Like this pass us by.
Um,
If you just continue gathering
no,
data for me,
no, this is very
imagine
much a
what you
human
learn.
game.
You'll stand to make a bit of a profit yourself, remember?
I suppose a little scanning here and there.
Very good. Maybe if you would... The data you're gathering for me is useless if Jalid won't help me analyze it.
I'll go have a chat with him right now.
Thank you. And happy scanning, Commander.
It would be cool if you could be an alien. Like, that would have been a cool game instead of, what is it? Mass Effect Andromeda. That's another game that I got maybe a bit too hyped about.
Look out! I'm on it.
Oh.
I will destroy you.
Did I fuck something up? I think I may have fucked something up. How do I med gel? Like that.
I will destroy you.
Oh. Hey. Journal. Where the hell is this? Shoresden? Oh, this will all open up. I remember once I deal with Fisk. Yeah, y'all fucking bit the dust. Huh, interesting.
Stop right there. Don't come any closer.
Warehouse workers. All the real guards must be dead.
Stay back or we'll shoot.
This would be a good time to find somewhere else to work.
Yeah, right. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I never liked Fist anyway.
It would have been quicker to just kill them.
Shooting people isn't always the answer.
I love the sass. Inventory equipment. What, Nope. Garrus, what better? Yes, you got a better sniper. Rex, what is your shoddy? Let's get you a skimmy. I also got a skimmy. Yes, I also got a skimmy. No, yeah, Andromeda was... Andromeda was a very interesting game. It was overhyped. If they hadn't have, but it's like if they hadn't have tried so hard for it to have been a 100% like, oh hey, this is more of the same. It probably would have been better. Like it's just like, hey, here's a new game that is going to be its own thing. Instead, they're just like, hey, here's more of what you like, right? This is good, yes. And then they tried too much to pander to everyone, just kind of diluting it. What are we doing with you? Getting you that. Let's get damping. What are we doing with you? We are going to get shotguns. Let's get you that. And we'll go there. Kind of didn't care for Mass Effect Andromeda's character system because all of the characters just kind of ended up being samey, but motherfuck me. Glad I saved. Didn't have a didn't have the ability to just go in and be like, hey, I'm gonna be a vanguard. Which is what I'm doing right now. Oh, also, yes, I'm on insanity difficulty because I'm a masochist. Let's try and rush snipers with you.
Kill me, I surrender.
Where's the Quarian?
She's not here. I don't know where she is. That's the truth.
He's no use to you now. Let me kill him.
Wait. I don't know where the Quarian is, but I know where you can find her. The Quarian isn't here. Said she'd only deal with the Shadow Broker himself.
Face to face? Impossible. Even I was hired through an agent.
Nobody meets the Shadow Broker, ever. Even I don't know his true identity. But she didn't know that. I told her I'd set a meeting up. But when she shows up, it'll be Saren's men waiting for her.
Give me the location, now.
Here on the wards, the back alley by the markets. She's supposed to meet them right now. You can make it if you hurry. What are you doing?
The Shadow Broker paid me to kill him. I don't leave jobs half done.
We don't shoot unarmed prisoners.
How many people died because of him? He brought this on himself. Besides, we have more pressing concerns.
That Quarian's dead if we don't go now.
Oh yeah. There is this. Let's grab this because I am an OCD Bethesda player. I'm gonna take all. I love how it's just giant alien space station. Most of the enemies I face are humans. Come on. Come on, boy. Come on out. Come on and play. Come on, boy. Motherfuck me. That was a mistake. Mistakes were made. That is. Oh. What kind of poison rounds am I using? Come on, boy. I remember my first playthrough was a soldier. I just, on a regular difficulty, I just run into people and just smack them with the butt of my gun.
Did you bring it?
Where's the Shadow Broker? Where's Fist?
They'll be here. Where's the evidence?
No way. The deal's off.
Oof.
Just set me up. I knew I couldn't trust him.
Were you hurt in the fight?
I know how to look after myself. Not that I don't appreciate the help. Who are you?
My name's Shepard. I'm looking for evidence to prove Saren's a traitor.
Yeah, perhaps doing an insanity run on a low-level character was not a good idea. But here I am. I'm a masochist.
You're not making my life easy, Shepard. Firefights in the wards, an all-out assault on Korra's den. Do you know how many...
Okay, that was
Who's this?
a timer to let me know that I have not a lot of time left. So I think I'm going to finish up this these conversations, become a Spectre, and
Maybe you better start at the beginning, Miss...
My name is Tali.
and then we'll say goodbye for now.
We don't see many Quarians here. Why did you leave the flotilla?
I was on my pilgrimage. My rite of passage into adulthood.
I've never heard of this before.
It is a tradition among my people. When we reach maturity, we leave the ships of our parents and our people behind. Alone, we search the stars, only returning to the flotilla once we have discovered something of value. In this way, we prove ourselves worthy of adulthood.
What kinds of things do you look for?
It could be resources like food or fuel, or something.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Or even knowledge that will make life easier on the flotilla.
I'll be trying to stream this pretty regularly on Sundays.
Being a burden on our limited resources.
Tell us what you
Um,
found.
During my travels,
what's
I
going
began hearing
on
reports of
the,
Geth. Since they drove my people into exile, the Geth have never ventured beyond the Veil. I was curious.
what's going on the schedule?
I tracked a patrol of Geth to an
Shitpost Sundays with Teach, Sam, and Rob coming up in just about an hour.
its memory core.
I thought the Geth fried their memory cores when they died. Some kind of defense mechanism.
How did you manage to preserve the memory core?
My people created the Geth. If you're quick, careful, and lucky, small caches of data can sometimes be saved. Most of the core was wiped clean, but I salvaged something from its audio banks.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
That's Saren's voice. This proves he was involved in the attack.
He said Eden Prime brought him one step closer to finding
And my shoulder's cramped.
Any idea what that means?
I need to stretch.
Conduit must have something to do with the beacon. Maybe it's some kind of Prothean technology. Like a weapon.
Wait, there's more. Saren wasn't working alone.
All this from just a little cash.
Has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
Just a little cache of data.
One step
I love it.
to the return of the Reapers.
I don't recognize that other voice, the one talking about Reapers.
I feel like I've heard that name before.
According to the memory core, the Reapers were a hyper-advanced machine race that existed 50,000 years ago. The Reapers
Yes.
hunted the Protheans to total
Stretch.
extinction, and then they vanished. At least, that's what the Geth believe.
Sounds a little far-fetched.
The vision on Eden Prime. I understand it now.
Yes.
I saw the Protheans being wiped out by the Reapers.
The Geth revere the Reapers as gods, the pinnacle of non-organic life. And they believe Saren knows how to bring the Reapers back.
The Council is just going to love this.
They need to
The
know.
Reapers are a threat to every species in Citadel space. We have to tell them.
Barely know what the Reapers are, and already on,
The Captain's right. We need to present this to the Council right away.
barely know what the Reapers are, and already dedicated my life to, destroying
My
them.
name is Tali. You saw me in the alley, Commander. You know what I can do. Let me come with you.
I thought you were on your pilgrimage.
The pilgrimage proves we are willing to give of ourselves.
Cyberpunk cowboy singer named Johnny Cash. Yes, 100%. That would be hilarious.
Is a danger to the entire galaxy. My pilgrimage can wait.
I'll take all the help I can get.
Thanks. You won't regret this.
Anderson and I will go ahead to get things ready with the Council. Take a few minutes to collect yourself, then meet us in the tower.
Might go back to playing Dwarf Fortress. I need to get in on that as well. Got the played a little bit back while it was still in development. Ooh.
Excuse me, Commander Shepard. Commander Shepard, my name is Samesh Bhatia. Forgive the intrusion, but I have nowhere else to turn.
It's no trouble. What can I do for you?
I remember this
My
guy.
wife
His
was a
wife
Marine.
died.
She was in the 212 on Eden Prime. I've requested that my wife's body be returned to me for cremation, but the military has refused my request.
Why did they refuse your request? There's got to be some reason.
I don't know. All I know is that they have declared it impossible for my wife to be returned to me.
There's no reason for your wife's body to be held like this. Just wait here.
The man in charge of my case is Mr. Bosker. When I last saw him, he was in the expensive bar over there. Thank you for your time. I just want to give my wife a proper funeral, and the respect she deserves.
No. Let's go become a Spectre. And then I will, call it quits for today. Are aquifers really that bad of a headache?
Come on. Udina's presenting the Quarians' evidence to the Council.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
You wanted proof? There it is.
This evidence is irrefutable, Ambassador. Saren will be stripped of his Spectre status, and all efforts will be made to bring him in to answer for his crimes.
I recognize the other voice, the one speaking with Saren. Matriarch Benezia.
Who is she?
Matriarchs are powerful Asari who have entered the final stage of their lives. Revered for their wisdom and experience, they serve as guides and mentors to my people. Matriarch Benezia is a powerful biotic, and she had many followers. She will make a formidable ally for Saren.
I'm more interested in the Reapers. What do you know about them?
Only what was extracted from the Geth's memory core. The Reapers were an ancient race of machines that wiped out the Protheans. Then they vanished.
The Geth believe the Reapers are gods, and Saren is the prophet for their return.
We think the conduit is the key to bringing them back. Saren's searching for it. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Do we even know what this conduit is?
Yeah, you're standing in it.
Saren thinks it can bring back the Reapers. That's bad enough.
Listen to what you're saying. Saren wants to bring back the machines that wiped out all life in the galaxy? Impossible. It has to be. Where did the Reapers go? Why did they vanish? How come we found no trace of their existence? If they were real, we'd have found something.
I tried to warn you about Saren and you refused to face the truth. Don't make the same mistake again.
This is different. You proved Saren betrayed the Council. We all agree he's using the Geth to search for the conduit, but we don't really know why.
The Reapers are obviously just a myth, Commander. A convenient lie to cover Saren's true purpose. A legend he is using to bend the Geth to his will.
50,000 years ago, the Reapers wiped out all galactic civilization. If Saren finds the conduit, it will happen again.
Saren is a rogue agent on the run for his life. He no longer has the rights or resources of a Spectre. The Council has stripped him of his position.
That is not good enough. You know he's hiding somewhere in the Traverse. Send your fleet in!
A fleet cannot track down one man.
A Citadel fleet could secure the entire region. Keep the Geth from attacking any more of our colonies.
Or it could trigger a war with the Terminus systems. We won't be dragged into a galactic confrontation over a few dozen human colonies.
I can take Saren down.
The Commander's right. There is a way to stop Saren that doesn't require fleets or armies.
No, it's too soon. Humanity is not ready for the responsibilities that come with joining the Spectres.
You don't have to send a fleet into the Traverse, and the Ambassador gets his human Spectre. Everybody's happy.
I now don't have to listen to anyone but you three assholes. Meanwhile, I will continue submitting myself to Counselor Udina's bitch fits. Oh my god, such a large crowd.
It is the decision of the Council that you be granted all the powers and privileges of the Special Tactics and Reconnaissance branch of the Citadel.
Spectres are not trained, but chosen. Individuals forged in the fire of service and battle. Those whose actions elevate them above the rank and file.
Spectres are an ideal, a symbol, the embodiment of courage, determination, and self-reliance. They are the right hand of the Council, instruments of our will.
Spectres bear a great burden. They are protectors of galactic peace, both our first and last line of defense. The safety of the galaxy is theirs to uphold.
You are the first human Spectre, Commander. This is a great accomplishment for you and your entire species.
I'm honored, Counselor.
We're sending you into the Traverse after Saren. He's a fugitive from justice, so you are authorized to use any means necessary to apprehend or eliminate him.
Any idea where to find him?
We will forward any relevant files to Ambassador Udina.
This meeting of the Council is adjourned.
Yay.
Congratulations, Commander.
We've got a lot of work to do, Shepard. You're going to need a ship, a crew, supplies.
You'll get access to special equipment and training now. You should go down to the C-Sec Academy and speak to the Spectre Requisitions Officer.
Anderson, come with me. I'll need your help to set all this up.
Yay! Achievement unlocked. What is the,
Bastard didn't even thank you.
What do you expect from a politician? Come on.
I love it. Ah, yes, that's how I revive dead teammates. Charm because yes. Spectre training because let's start putting points into their barrier because yes. Let's leave it at that. Let's save the game. And with that, and a quick look at how many achievements there are. Is this a 3,000? 3,000? Oh. I think it might be multiplayer achievements from ME3 that are missing. Oh, good riddance. Alrighty. With that, have a good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you peoples. I'll see you when I see you, probably when I cook something up next. See y'all later.